Hi to all you beautiful souls out there. Thanks for stopping by my channel, Spiritual Dowsey. I'm Dowsey LeMay. Thank you to all my subscribers and people who've been following me and watching my videos, and also those who've been following me on Instagram and Facebook at Spiritual Dowsey. Thank you for your love and support as I continue here my journey. So today I want to talk about you as the powerful creator and how you are creating your own timelines, but also that we all need to be extremely mindful in this current now moment in being careful what we put our power, our creative power, our intention, our awareness into, because we could be inadvertently creating timelines or giving power away to timelines that aren't for our highest good. So before I do this, understand that these are my truths and my experiences that have guided me down my own spiritual path. They don't have to be yours, so use your own discernment, take what resonates with you and leave the rest, but keep an open mind. Okay, so if you've all been watching my videos, you all know I talk about how powerful of a creator you are. And you really are. You are creating every single moment in your life based on the sum of your actions, your beliefs, your thoughts, and your behaviors. You are putting out a frequency into the universe, and via the law of attraction, via the love of the universe, in its beneficial energy, it helps you manifest experiences into your now moment, into your reality, into the bubble that is your hologram, for you to understand more about yourself and to continue basically the timelines that you are currently holding. All right. It's important for you to understand that, and this isn't just some type of woo-woo thing that is like, no, yeah, I get it. I'm creating my reality. No, I want you to truly understand that you really are creating your reality at every single moment, okay? At every now moment, based on what you're holding on to and your beliefs, right? Based on what you're putting out there as a frequency, you are essentially seeding the next now moment, the next moment of your timeline in the energy of which you're holding on to at the moment. So let's say, for instance, you're holding on to fear. You're holding on to the aspect of, I am judgmental, I feel separate, I feel angry, I feel hurt, whatever. That energy that you're holding on to in this moment, and via your action as you move through these now moments, you are using that energy to seed the next moment. To seed the next moment for you to come into your reality. And via the law of attraction, which is only allowed to match your frequency, it matches your frequency with that of experiences that the universe must match to show you more about yourself. Every now moment is going to be matched with the universal love and energy to show you experiences that are aligned with that frequency. And therefore, what you end up having is an experience of time. You experience every now moment as you move along based on you seeding the next now moment with the frequency you're holding on to of fear. The experience you're going to get from the universe is a bunch of now moments are associated with fear and feeling separate and angry and hurt. That's how powerful you are. Vice versa, if you were to hold on to the energy that is about love and compassion and unity and self-worth, what you're doing then is now you're seeding, as you're moving through your now moments, the next now moment in the energy about love, about unity and compassion. And that the universe has no other option but to help you seed those universal now moments, to help you match that frequency that you're putting out there in the next now moment, and to have you experience a bunch of frequencies that are related and aligned with feeling love, compassionate, and feeling self-worthy. Those are two different timelines, right? One is about feeling more love based on your frequency, and another one is feeling more fear and hurt, etc. And that is a different timeline, okay? Understand that every now moment in your life is an explosion of infinite probabilities, infinite timelines of which your life could go. Every second, this now, has infinite probabilities, all some of being could be really highly beneficial for you and for your highest good, and then you have some that are very low frequency and that could not be for your highest good. You have infinite probabilities. And the most beautiful part about this is that you, as the powerful creator, get to determine which direction or which timelines are going to be the ones that you want to experience. And it's based on what you're holding on to. It's based on what you're frequently putting out there. If it's going to be about love and self-worth and it's about compassion, etc., you're going to have a lot more experience of being positive and being in the timelines that are most probable around love, compassion, and being for your highest good. If it's around fear and anger and feeling like a victim and all those things about rejecting yourself, you're going to have a bunch of experiences, and those infinite probabilities of which are going to be aligned with lower frequencies are likely to be brought into your reality. Those timelines are going to be different. You, as a powerful creator, get to choose how your reality plays out, and you get to choose your timeline based on how you want to hold your frequency. You want to hold it in love, or do you want to hold it in fear? And those are going to help you guide which direction you want to go. It's going to be either a myriad of probabilities that could be beneficial, or a myriad of probabilities and timelines that could be not for your highest good. The tough part about it is that we as individuals, as creators, have a difficult time holding a frequency for longer than, say, 5 seconds, okay? Think about that. As you go along your day, how hard is it for you to actually hold a thought, to actually hold a belief, or to hold on to a frequency for longer than like 5, 10, or even 20 seconds? I bet you even a minute would be really difficult for you. I bet you if you put a timer on and you time yourself for a minute and just be aware of what thoughts come through your brain and how your emotional body, your energetic, and your physical body, all those things are doing, you are likely jumping frequencies throughout that 1 minute, I would say at least 50 times. You're going up, you're going down, you're going up, you're going down. So what ends up happening is that although you may have a desire and a manifestation of a timeline of things being very positive, throughout the day you are jumping around in your frequency and creating different now moments, right? You imagine all these different, this scale of infinite probabilities that all have a different range of frequency. Throughout your day, what you're basically doing is moving your frequency up and down that scale, and you're jumping around timelines. So it's important for us as individuals to understand that we need to be more conscious and more aware of our thoughts, our full body, our spiritual body, our energetic body, our mental body, our emotional body, our physical body, in a more consistent manner. And the only way to do that is to go inward and to work on yourself so you can be more aware of your programs. But with that being said, understand that there are infinite probabilities in every single now moment, and depending on what your timeline is going to be is dependent on what frequency you're holding throughout the day. What frequency are you, the majority of the time, are you holding on to that's going to guide you into a direction that is best for your highest good or not for your highest good? Okay, so take a deep breath. Hopefully you understand that. Hopefully you get to digest some of that information, because this is where we're going to get a little bit more complex as we move along. You as an individual are creating your timelines based on your frequency that you're putting out into the universe, and those timelines are dependent on how well you hold that frequency, there could be some that are for your highest good and some for your not for your highest good, and there are infinite ways that can go in every single now moment. And it's up to you as the powerful creator to determine which direction you want to go. You have the power to create your reality and to create the timeline that you want to experience in your life. I've mentioned this in other videos. You're not the only creator existing in this on this planet Earth. You're not the only sentient being that is creating their reality. There are a lot of other beings, other people, other energy sources, other consciousness that exists within our reality, that is co-creating our reality, that also have their own free will. They also have their own intention, their own desire and frequency to put out a frequency into their own timeline, and that we are stepping into that co-creative experience to help co-create that or perpetuate whatever timeline that we want to experience or what the other co-creator wants to experience. So say for my daughter or my wife, they each have their own free will. They are creators in their own right, having their own divine experience, creating their own timeline via their own frequency and what they're putting their intention and awareness into. It is their choice. What happens is when we come into contact with another creator, we co-create an experience. One frequency is mine, one frequency is my daughter or my wife's, and we mesh those energies together. And that experience is a co-created experience for us to see something about ourselves and to determine whether or not that frequency of which we created is something that's aligned with our highest truth. It's aligned with what we want, or what we would really want to be able to catalyze ourselves to look inward. It's our choice. So when you have a co-created experience, you are meshing, you're coming together for a reason. You're creating an experience for you to see something about yourself. But out of that experience, that frequency could be much different than what you had gone into that experience with, right? You may have gone into an experience, say for myself, I had feeling of love and compassion. And let's say my wife or my daughter were feeling a different frequency, something maybe about feeling sad or hurt or whatever. And they come into that experience with me. Now, my only power as a creator in my own reality is to determine, is experience I'm going to take something for me to learn about myself, to understand what I'm holding on to because I helped create this experience, but also to choose whether or not this frequency that I am creating with this other co-creator is something for me to continue on. Do I want to perpetuate the exact same frequency that is being brought into me? So if this frequency is a lower, denser frequency, do I want to align with that frequency and then perpetuate that timeline by seeding every now moment within my reality, as well as the other co-creator, with the next now moment based on that frequency of fear or hurt or feeling sad, right? We are doing this all day long with the people in our lives. We are co-creating a bunch of experiences, and it's all those experiences are meshed between our reality and their reality, and it's a match of the frequencies. And those frequencies are determining, are showing us something about ourselves, and to help us determine, is this something you want to continue on in your own power, creative power, okay? So let's take a deep breath. There are other co-creators out there. Those co-creators are having their own creative bubble, their own frequency, which they are divinely right to have, and their beliefs and actions are putting out their own timeline for them to have their own experience. When you come into those experiences with each other to co-create a moment, you are learning something about yourself, but you are also giving the choice to determine whether or not you want to continue on that same co-creative experience, whether that frequency be a higher frequency or be a lower frequency. It's up to you only to determine that. And it's your creative power that allows that frequency, that timeline, whether it be for the highest good or not for your highest good, to determine whether or not you want that timeline to be perpetuated via your thoughts, via your awareness, via your intention. Are you going to seed the next moment based on what you are experiencing in your reality and that frequency to perpetuate that and to continue to go forward with that? This is the question I am bringing up to all of you. Based on the things that you are holding on to, based on the things that you see in your reality, are you going to give your power away, your intention, your awareness, your creative, divine ability to create and manifest, to timelines, to energies that are not for your highest good? Are you going to put your tension and your timeline and your power into energy and frequencies that are not for your highest good, that are in low frequency things, such as feeling separate, hurt, fear, anger, etc.? Or are you going to align more with energies that are for your more aligned with feeling more joy and more passion and more centeredness, for feeling more balanced, more love, compassion, and unity, things that are for your highest good? That is up to you. This is your choice as the powerful creator. There is no bad or good. If you decide to go more towards the lower vibrations, that's your choice. And it's probably needed because you need to be catalyzed inward for you to see something about yourself, to heal something so that you can move into a different pattern around love and feeling more self-worth and balance. That's a choice. But I want to say this. As I mentioned in many videos before, we are being presented on a daily basis the opportunity to go far beyond the energies that we've been stuck in. We have an opportunity as individuals, as collective co-creators, as a consciousness, as humanity, to go way beyond the energies that we've been stuck into. We can move into a civilization, into energies that are far beyond than our wildest dreams, that can lead us to more peace, love, abundance, and happiness, and things that you could never imagine. We have that opportunity now because the energy allows it. The thing is that we are not the only co-creators on this planet. And there are some co-creators on this planet, in our energetic field, in our reality. They may not have our best interests out there for humanity. It's true. We may not have co-creators on our planet that are in alignment with our highest good. And if you aren't aware of your frequency, if you aren't aware of your thoughts, if you aren't aware of your emotional body, your energetic, your mental, and the things you're putting out into the world in an energetic way, the likelihood is that you may fall within this frequency of which they're trying to keep you down, which is a lower frequency based on separation, fear, and hurt, and anger, and feeling like you're a victim. That's where you give your power away, right? You give your power away to the fear, these illusions, these things that don't actually mean anything, that keep you in a lower vibration, pitting you against other people, right? That is not the way to heal. Separation is not the way to heal. The only way to heal is unity. Unity through yourself, unity with other people, unity with our collective consciousness, humanity. So let's take another deep breath. There's a lot of information to digest energetically, so understand you're the creator, creating your bubble, creating your reality, and you are creating your timeline by your own frequency of which you're creating in the next now moments. You have other co-creators doing the exact same thing, and when you have co-created moments, which you're doing throughout your day with a lot of other co-creators and people in energies and consciousness that you may not even be aware of, you are being projected into your reality a bunch of other frequencies. And whether you decide as a as the creator in these co-created experience is for you to understand more about yourself, but to also determine whether or not you're going to continue that vibrational creation of which you had with that other person or that other projected energy. It's up to you. It's up to you to determine if that is something you want to carry forward in your reality, or do you want to take it on and continue that timeline, right? So the metaphor I would use is that imagine you had two different cars. One car is about love, and one car is around fear. You as the driver, as the creator, are determining which car you're going to drive. You're going to take the fuel, which is your energy, your awareness, your intention, your power, your creative power, and you're going to fill the car up. Whichever car you want to drive, you're going to put your fuel into that car and you're going to drive it down the road. If you're going to drive the car about fear, and you're going to say, I'm going to continue this energy, this frequency, well, you're going to drive down the road and you're going to see via your vision, via the scenes that you're seeing out of your window of your car, you're going to see a bunch of experience and scenery that is based on the level of consciousness that is about separation and fear. Fear is about judgment. Fear is about anger. Fear is about feeling like a victim. Fear is about feeling hurt and being traumatized and not healed, right? I only suggest that stop putting fuel into that car and start putting fuel into the car that is based on love. Fill that car up with your own energy, your own intention, your own awareness, and your own creative power, and drive that car down the road. The view out of that car is far more beneficial for you, far more joyful and more balanced. You're going to find more love for yourself. Your scenery is going to be around about unity and connection and seeing the beauty and all these other things. That is what you are being presented every single day now. In our now moment, the global stage that which we are seeing in the news, the social media, what we are seeing and witnessing in our everyday experience is being brought to us via all these different co-creators that we are experiencing, whether we are aware of it or not, a bunch of timelines for us to choose. I only ask you is that when you see things in the news that are pulling at your emotional body, that are pulling at your energetic and physical body to trigger you into anger and hurt and pain, that you take a moment and make a choice. Is this frequency of which is being presented to me in my reality one that I need to look at? Because if I'm feeling emotionally triggered by it, there's something in with me that is being matched to this frequency and I need to heal it. And then I need to decide for myself, do I want to continue this projection or this frequency within my reality? All right? Or do you heal it and say, this isn't something this isn't something I want to align with. It doesn't feel like it's to my highest good. So what you do is you heal within yourself, and then you decide to choose to see the next moment in a different energy, an energy that's based more on love and compassion and acceptance, and to move out of that energy into something different, okay? For example, right, let's say we have a bunch of crazy, catastrophic things that happen in our reality. Let's say we had a mass shooting. What does that present to you energetically? Do you feel fear? Do you feel hurt? Do you feel angry? Do you feel completely at a loss for humanity? Why did these things happen? How do people do this? You know, all those things. Now think about what's happening now when you start to go through that process. What thoughts are you having in your life? What energetic things are you doing to yourself frequently wise in a frequency set? How is your frequency rising higher, or is your frequency dropping? Are your thoughts in alignment with feeling love and compassion, or are they feeling about, I need to protect myself, I need to do these things so that I don't get hurt and we can protect our people, you know? Are you feeling like, oh man, I feel really bad about humanity. I feel so bad for all these people, and I feel really angry at these people who want to go out and shoot guns and etc. This is what I'm talking about. Although you may not experience in your reality, it is being presented into your reality in one way or form. And because of that, you are a match of that frequency in one way or another. It is through that experience of which you are witnessing, what you're feeling emotionally, what you are starting to get mentally, for you to understand more about yourself and to find love and compassion through that. Do you focus on all the bad stuff about the mass shooting and have that continue to be something that you're going to hold on to? Are you going to reject all the energies about it and not look at yourself and then just project that forward and continue the next now moment on that? Or are you going to find some way to look at that experience, find love about yourself, find how that had brought some type of unhealed piece of you, heal that piece of you, and then hold love, compassion, and go forward from there? Those are two different vibrations, right? Let's take another example. Let's take the example of saying you go into work, right? You go into work and you have a coworker, and that coworker had a really, really bad day, or is having a really bad morning, right? And they feel pretty dang crappy about themselves, and they want to go out and they don't want to look at themselves. And so what they do is they come into your co-creative experience and they just project a bunch of stuff that they've been holding on to. That low vibrational stuff that they feel like a victim, that the world is against them, that things are just always going against them, and you are subject to that co-creative experience. It's up to you as the creator to determine, do you as an individual hold your own frequency in your whole right in compassion and love for this individual and not get sucked into the energy and then just have that sit there and resonate with you, and then what happens is you carry that energy based on the co-creative experience and start creating your every now moment based on the frequency of feeling like a victim, feeling low vibrational, etc. Right? On a smaller level, this happens to us every single day. We are being presented every single day a bunch of timelines, a bunch of frequencies that are coming into your reality for you to choose whether or not you want to continue that timeline. You want to continue that frequency and seed every single now moment. In those now moments based either on fear or they're going to be based on love. This is your power. And I'm saying now, more than any, that what you see in your reality, what you are witnessing on the news, in the social media, is energy and frequencies that are embedded with really low, really deep-seated fear, separation, low frequency things that aren't based on your highest good. They're there to keep you lower. And I'm asking you as the powerful creator not to put your intention into that unless you decide to. It's your divine right to do that. But there are a lot of other frequencies and a lot of other timelines that I think would be a lot higher in your beneficial nature for you as you go forward than focusing on these things that are really bad or keeping you in a low vibration. Now, I'm not saying that this should be a classic example of avoidance right? Avoidance versus acceptance, understanding the energy and transmuting that in your own self and moving into a different timeline is a lot different. Avoidance is seeing something, I don't want to look at this. This doesn't really exist. And I'm going to reject what I'm feeling within inside myself and then try to focus on good. That's vastly different than saying, I see something that's occurring in my reality. It doesn't align with me. Why doesn't it align with me? What energies am I feeling? How am I going to look at myself and transmute this energy via love, compassion within myself, and then I can shift out of that energy and hold that space and energy for other people and continue a different timeline. Vastly different frequencies, vastly different ways of handling that. I don't think the avoidance version is the best thing, as I've talked in my other videos, is looking at the things that are being presented in your reality, things that are going to be steeped with fear, steeped with things that are going to be around separation, hurt, and pain and anger. And it's up to you to determine which direction you want to continue that. What timeline are you going to continue to perpetuate? Is it going to be around fear, or is it going to be for your highest good around love? So I hope that helps you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at Spiritual Dowsey on my Instagram or my Facebook, or subscribe if you like this video. Hit the bell if you want to have further notices of other videos that are coming. And I want to let you know that whatever you're witnessing, understand that we're all part of this, and I love you, and I hope you folks have the best day wherever you are in the world, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.